On today's episode of Watch Chair Go, we've got a family emergency. This Honda Accord is hard down. What is going on, guys? I am Watch JR Go, and like I said, we are here with my aunt's 2014 Honda Accord. This is the 4-cylinder Accord, and they were up here visiting the family last night. They pulled onto the road, they made it about a mile, and all of a sudden they started smelling burning rubber. And obviously that's a pretty bad sign when you're not doing a burnout, a great sign when you are. So they flipped it around, took it back to my parents' house and left it there. And then this morning, they checked it out and it had thrown the accessory belt, the water pump had locked up. So today, we are going to swap out that water pump, put a new idler or the tensioner on this thing, because apparently the tensioners are a very common failure with the 2014s, and a new accessory belt, obviously, because, you know, it did a burnout on the accessory belt. So first things first, let's get the hood open and find out what we're dealing with here. I should check. It is a Honda. Let's get a glimpse at the mileage here. 64,000 miles. This thing failed at 64,000 miles? That's impossible, Honda. Tell me this is just a practical joke of a problem, right? Because like Hondas don't break. All right, you can see the monstrous 4-cylinder under here, 2.4 liter, like I said, which ends up being pretty big. This engine bay would easily hold an LS though, which would solve the problem. So I've considered already sawzalling the engine mounts off, and no, we're not gonna do that. Anyway, here's where the accessory belt's missing. If you take a look right here, you can easily see there's a very missing belt. Here's the tensioner that goes bad, and if I reach down here, I can try to spin that water pump, but it is completely seized up. Yeah, I've got all my force on that thing. It's not moving one bit. So I think the game plan, I haven't done one of these before. It's obviously very crowded in there, and there's not too much room to work, but I think we can make it happen. So we're gonna pull the battery, then pull the alternator so we can get a little bit of access in there. We don't have much at the moment. And then hopefully that lets us get the tensioner off, which is definitely mounted over the water pump. I can see that from here. Then I think the water pump can just kind of bump out and we should be able to get it swapped out. So I have the new parts on order at O'Reilly's. They'll be there shortly, which means we are in a hurry to get this wrapped up and get there, get the parts, get it all back together. They need to get this car back on the road. So let's get to it. Typical Japanese car. It looks like we need a couple even wrenches and sockets, pretty much 10s, 12s, maybe a 13, 14, and that'll probably do this whole job. First things first, we gotta get the battery off here. So it's one of the nice clamps. Done. There's our negative terminal out of the way. I'm gonna go ahead and pop the wiring off the AC compressor here, AC compressor clutch. Good old Honda, somehow all these years later, they're still just running a one wire. Nothing crazy there. And we should have the sense for the alternator off. There it goes. What do we have under here? Big old rubber cap. I really don't want anybody shorting that out. All right, that looks like a 12 or something like that. Pull this bracket off, holding the wires. Looks like the alternator is a 12, so easy peasy. Let's see if this works. I don't know if we actually have room here. Yeah, we got room. So we already broke our first tool here. There is a hex 8mm that you have to use to get the tensioner off. And unfortunately, I put my hex 8 in there on a 3/8 to a quarter adapter, and it immediately just twisted it off. So I just got the bottom bolt off, which you can do with a ratchet wrench, 12 mil. Without a ratchet wrench, it's going to be a process. You might pull the wheel and work through the wheel well cover. That's definitely a possibility to help you actually get this done. But in this case, I think we're just going to go buy another 1/4 inch adapter, and that should be enough, hopefully, to get this thing off. So it is very loose now. Like, the tensioner is just chilling now that we've got the bottom, the actual tensioner off of there. So we should just be able to pop off that one bolt. That'll get the last bolt exposed for the alternator. It'll come right off. And then this water pump should be super easy, but we're on a standstill at the moment. Plus, I think our parts are here, so let's just head to O'Reilly's, buy tools and parts. All right, for once, I actually called ahead and ordered my parts. So hopefully everything's here for this Honda Accord. And what's up, Braden?
Import and gates.
Sweet. Bunch of Honda parts. All right, we got a new tensioner, belt, water pump, and our water pump silicone I like to use. let's get out of here, back to the shop, put this thing together. Thanks, guys. You too. Man, we got a whole feast from KFC. It's about to get wild in here. Probably more food than we should have got. We're back with our Power Torque Allens here, and I cannot get this tensioner bolt broke loose. So I have the 3/8 on there now. We bought these because I had a 1/4 inch 8 mil before, and we needed to go to a 3/8 drive one because obviously we just snapped that adapter. So now I have a 3/8 ratchet on there, and this extension to be a breaker bar, and it won't move. What on earth? I'm gonna break this. It went! It finally went. All right, well, whatever. I don't care that I dropped it. It came loose. I think we finally got the tensioner loose. Yes, we did. Let me wiggle this out of here. They put this condenser line just right where you want it. The AC condenser line's there to make sure you enjoy your time working on this. I've almost got it out here. There it goes. All right, let's see. Was this bad? So this looks like a Honda part, I would say, but we're replacing it anyway. Bearing feels nice and tight. You can kind of feel just a little hint of slop in that thing. It's not bad, but hey, let's get a new one. The alternator should be super easy now. There's one more bolt right here. Alternator coming out. Oh yeah. This thing looks nice and new. Everything in here looks nice and new. I'm just mind blown that this thing broke this early in its life. So the water pump on the Accord is actually just this little tiny sliver right here. It's kind of you know, half the pump is the engine and the front cover is the impeller and the actual plate. So there's just a few tins. Now with this one not turning at all, it might be a little bit fun. We're gonna have to use a wrench and just turn by turn by turn. But some of these will be very easy. 5 or 6 tins to get this off, and then it should just fall right off. So we're trying to get our bolts off here. This thing is so tight to that pulley, but it's working. Now the bottom ones are not working, I can tell you that for a fact. You can't get a ratchet wrench in there because it's gonna trap the wrench. So I got one, and the top one's obviously incredibly easy. So I'll probably leave that one for a minute. Oh, also, dinner's done, or train's coming, or I don't know, what else has bells? Streetcar, boxing match. So I know you can't exactly see what I'm doing, but basically the pulley, the water pump pulley, is full of holes that are the access holes to get these bolts out. Well, luckily this thing sees in the perfect position for one of the bolts, and it is the hardest one. It's this back one, where I just dropped the ratchet and everything, but luckily we've got a pan under here now that makes life easier. I think we have all the screws out of the pump, so we're gonna find out. Yeah, we've got some coolant coming out. There's probably one more bolt that we don't have, because I've got that one loose and all the others I can see off, but I'm gonna guess there's like one more underneath. And let this thing just drain down on that pan. Here's our new water pump. Please tell me the pulley. Ah, yes. Thank you for having a pulley, because it's press on. Yeah. I mean, obviously we weren't gonna easily get that on there. Also, the belt did such a huge burnout on this old one that I would have had to like polish the old pulley back to working. So I'll show you guys that here in just 1 second. I've got this last bolt that was holding it in that's just needs a couple more turns, and we should have this thing completely out. There we go. Oh yeah. There goes that last screw that I was looking for. Put it right here. Look at that, it turned a little sideways. You can see the pulley's canted. Here's where it did a burnout. Solid rubber buildup there. Oh yeah. Got hot right there. Cool. Well, huge shout out to Honda for using a O-ring. This is one of those great Toyota O-rings that you guys like to call O'Reilly's and harass them about. It's basically that shape, but man, it's so much easier to install these without silicone or without a gasket. An O-ring is amazing. It even has little detents that hold it in. So I'm gonna go ahead and wipe down the surface, and we're ready to toss the new one on, refill the coolant, put this back together. Well, my oil drain pan sure worked out. We have lost no coolant on the floor, which is awesome. not slippery at all. Then we can go ahead and set our new gasket in here, stick it in these detents, and we're ready to drop this thing on. What a great install. Once you get the alternator off and the idler off, super easy job. But I will say, with the pulley locked up, it's gonna be a fight. If not, you're probably home free. If it's just noisy, good to go. Where'd I put all the screws for this thing? Found them. So we've got the pump hanging on one bolt there, and if we can get one more on here, I think we'll be home free. Awesome. This is a nice job once you're down to the pump. Very nice job. Leave it to Honda, always thinking things through. Power Tech's gonna work on this, and they sure nailed it on this one. Water pump is all together, and now we've got our 8 mil. Throw this bolt back in here, and then we'll put the bottom one on, and this is gonna be, oh wait, we should put the alternator on first. I forgot, this sits in the way. I almost did that wrong. Alternator, then the tensioner assembly, but we're basically ready for that. Here's our upper alternator bolt. Gotta work that around that line. Dang it, Bobby. All right, I'll get it. As long as it doesn't come off the crank, we're okay. The fun part of this job is getting the belt back on here, and you're gonna have to fight for that job. So I'm gonna put the box end of this wrench on here. Maybe. I'm gonna try to put the box end on. There we go. And we're gonna back this wrench up like so. Give us some leverage. And there, we're off of the tension. I think we're on. Wow. It took a couple tries to get that, but all right. All the ribs are lined up. We have a Serpentine belt. I'm gonna hook the power up to the alternator. We're gonna start this thing up. The Serpentine belt took the whole 15 minutes at least. I have a Serpentine belt tool, of course. I've talked about it many times. We've seen it on the channel, but it's not at this shop. I'd say that's not coming off. That's not going anywhere. Getting this rubber cover on is gonna be harder than the rest. And anyway, obviously the rubber cover is not important, but we're gonna make it stock. There we go. Plug in the alternator, plug in the AC compressor, and we are done, other than the battery on this thing. So honestly, it's not a terrible job. I mean, it is a Honda. Why would you expect it to be terrible? They know how to build these cars. Okay, we've got it all back together. We've got the battery hooked up, so it's time. I'm gonna go ahead and start it, do a quick leak check, and then we'll take it out for a drive. And I think this thing is wrapped up and back on the road. So let's start it up. Ready?
Yep.
Here we go. Barely went down at all, so we already refilled it. It'll need a few more drops of coolant. First drive. So when they pulled this thing in, the check charge system light was already on because we had no alternator, of course. So that's already gone. No check engine light, no issues here. We'll run this thing all the way up to temp, but I think it's already good to go. This has those cool gauges that change less green the faster you go. They turn more white, and then they're eco again. Yeah, buddy. Anyway, we are saving the planet with our green lights. In case you didn't know, Darrell, just know we're saving the planet.
I like knowing I did something good.
We did something good today. I love it. This thing comes up to temp fast. We are already at a quarter of the temp gauge here. Crazy. You drive a diesel, that takes 15-20 minutes. You drive this, 3 minutes later you got heat. Everything you'd expect from a Honda Accord. Super smooth, plenty of power. This thing actually has plenty of power for a 4-cylinder. I bet it makes close to 200. What? This feels like the old V6 Accords. Wow, that is crazy. I was not expecting this to be, that was 3/4 throttle maybe, and it's properly quick. I'm kind of blown away by this Honda Accord, so I have to try this real quick. Full stop. Full throttle. Oh, what a burnout. Wow. Oh, it's a CVT. I have to say, it feels really fast. Obviously, the 0 to 60 was like well under 10 seconds. I think that was maybe an 8, just kind of guessing. But it feels a lot faster than it is because of all the noise and the CVT doing its magic. But I'm impressed. I'm impressed, Honda. One of the best CVTs I've ever driven. I prefer when they have the shift, like the fake shift in them. But this is a good CVT that's far more efficient, obviously. Anyway, this thing hasn't moved an inch since it came up to just under half on the temp gauge. I think it's good. We're gonna take it back, check the coolant level one more time, and give it back to my aunt so she can take it home. But I'm impressed. What a solid car. I mean, it's brand new, so. We are back with the Accord. It's all back together. Looks great, still full of coolant. So we are gonna send my aunt home with this car and they can drive it. I'm sure it'll be perfect now. And hopefully good for at least another 100,000 miles. That is it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Links to everything in the description. Don't forget to head on over to shop.watchshareago.com for cool shirts just like this. And please like, share, subscribe, do whatever you want to do. And I will talk to you next time.
Cool.
Yep, I think it's good to go.